Hello and welcome. This video is a Kendra's Card Challenge giveaway hop, and I want to welcome you to my channel. And today we're going to be working with one of our super sponsors, Trinity Stamps. I've got a set of their dies here, and I've got some paper that I've picked out, and I'm just going to be putting together a card. So this is a video in which all of the designers are just featuring different super sponsors that support the Kendra's Card Challenge. Everybody can pick their own sketch, which I'm going to do sketch 2, and then you can also choose which of our super sponsors you'd like to showcase, and I'll be showcasing Trinity Stamps. Now, all of the information regarding the hop and the giveaway is listed in the description box below. There is a form that you will need to fill out so that you can participate in the giveaway opportunity. In addition, there's a link to the playlist that you can click on, and it will provide you with the links to all of the videos that are included within this hop. So we hope you'll follow along, check out all the designers and the different sketches they do and the different super sponsors that they feature, and just see what all is available. Now these super sponsors provide giveaway prizes so that Kendra is able to provide you with a lot of different prizes. In addition to that, they provide us with some materials so that we can make these videos for you. Now I'm just getting my pattern paper and my cardstock laid down on this base, and I've kind of taken liberty here. I've taken 2 panels and embossed them. I think the sketch does suggest that perhaps you emboss one of the panels, but I actually embossed them both. And for the pattern paper, I'm just using 2 of the same pattern paper. I've just made a single card, and I've cut it according to the cutting guidelines and just taken liberty to use the pattern paper and the embossing as I so desired. Now I'm going to tell you a little bit about this card. I put this card together and I made the video, and I was not very happy with my end result, just not liking some of the things that I did. So I put it aside. I made another video. I used some more of Trinity Stamps dies and stamp elements, and I was satisfied with how that one turned out. I liked that card really well, but my video footage, there was some kind of a bug in it to where it would not upload into my editing software, and I needed to do a voiceover of it, so I was unable to use it. So I was kind of trying to decide what I wanted to do, and then I got to thinking about this card, and I thought, I know what I don't like about it. So you'll see me fix it at the end. So right now I'm just taking my glue press, which is new. I recently got that. And I'm going to lay, this is 3 pieces of that light bulb die cut that I layered up, and I'm going to just lay it down here on my base panel. And then I'm going to bring in this set had different little, I guess this would be called the element of the light. So it had little elements that you could choose from. And I chose to do this little heart one. And I'm just wiping off the excess glue on that piece of paper so that I wouldn't hopefully be messy on here. And so I'm just getting my little heart element laid down in there and arranging it. And it had a very fine little heart that you laid on this shadow heart, and it went down pretty easy. Now I'm pointing at that, the base of the light where you would screw it into the light, and trying to decide if I was going to fill it with shaker bits or if I was going to bring in the intricate die pieces that go with it. And I've already assembled the intricate die pieces. But right at this point, I'm deciding that I'm going to fill it with shaker. I took my anti-static powder brush and I just brushed in there around the element and then the acetate piece that I've got there. And I've got these Trinity stamp embellishments here. And I'll link all the materials in the description box below because I can't remember the names exactly and I don't want to mess them up. So I'll just link everything in the description box below. And I'm laying them down there in my triangle tray. Now these are one-sided, so I'm trying to get them to where the shiny side is laying up. And I think they'll stay upright because there's not going to be a lot of space in between my acetate and the actual embellishments. So I've got them all laid down and I'm putting them back in. However, I'm not finished. I haven't realized, sometimes you can't see the forest for the trees, that I haven't filled in the bottom part of that light. And it takes me a minute before I figure that out. I brought in some other little white balls that shake around and make a really good noise in your shaker. Now I'm realizing that I didn't fill that bottom part, so I'm having to pour them back out, and I'm going to have to grab them again and fill this bottom portion. And all this is for naught. When we get to the end of the video, you'll see why. But anyway, so I'm this one, I can't seem to catch it. It's rolling all over the desk. I'm chasing it. I've got these long fingernails that I can't grab anything with, and it's just a comedy of errors. So I'm going to just keep trying, perseverance. And eventually I think I get that one picked up and get it laid down in there. And I think that's all I'm going to put in there, and then I'm going to bring some of those small little white embellishments in there and pour them in as well. And then I'm just going to take this tiny little glue bottle, just because I felt like I could manage it a little bit easier because it's so small, and just get into around those small pieces. And then I'm going to lay the top on. And I've got 3 layers of pink there too with the acetate on there. And I'm just going to push down on it. And I get a little overzealous or a little anxious, and I start shaking, and I really should have let it glue. So I'm going to push some of those little beads back in, press it down, put my block on there, set it aside, and then work on my sentiments. Now this cinnamon, these are tiny, but they die cut out beautifully and they lay down beautifully. It says, "Thanks a Watt." And this is where I kind of go a little stray on my card. I think, oh, I'm going to lay them on the bulb. And so I start laying them on there. And then I realize the glue's not going to stick. So I'm going to use some foam tape. So I'm going to grab my foam tape and get it laid down on there. And we'll just cut these pieces and get them all backed with foam. And then I'll get this other one as well. Sometimes making videos, it might look maybe a little bit seamless. I know mine, I'm relatively new, so I'm not going to say that about mine, but there's a lot involved in it. When you think about making the card, making the video, editing the video, doing a voiceover if necessary, trying to get photos. It's sometimes hard for me to get a good photo too. So now I'm laying the thanks down on here, and I'm going to put my A on the little bar there, and then my watt is going to be down below. So I get that laid down on there, add a little bit more foam tape to that top part so it'll lay even, and I'm going to lay that right down on the very base of my light bulb, and that's where I put it. And I'm just looking at it, shaking it around, and I'm thinking something's not right. So I go ahead and I grab some of more of my embellishments, and I think maybe there's just too much white space. Maybe that's what it is that I'm not liking. So I take the glue and I grab the embellishments and start laying them down. I'm going to fiddle with them again, try and get them picked up and get them laid down on my card base. And I'm just trying to grab any of them that are upright so I can get them set down on there. So I do 2 on one side and 3 on the other so I can keep my odd number. And still chasing these things across my desk. I think this video was a comedy of errors. And I'm going to get 2 more laid down on there eventually. And I know that if you pick up your embellishments with the tip of your wand, it's much better than trying to go in there sideways. So there, I've got them laid down on there, and I'm picking it up, looking at it, thinking that it's finished. And it just didn't resonate with me. And so a couple days later, I decided to rip this cinnamon off of there and to lay it aside. And as I'm doing it, I'm tearing the top layer, the pink layer of the light bulb. And so I know now what I'm going to need to do. I'm going to have to grab some more paper. I'm going to have to die cut out another layer of this so that I can put it around there and fix it up. So I got me another piece. I'm bringing my glue back in, and I'm going to grab my little fine tip so that I can just get in there and get it and lay down. So this will correct any glue that was on there and any torn areas that I made when I ripped those sentiments off. And I'm just going to try and line it up the best I can and get it laid in there and see if I can salvage this. And now you can actually tell that it's a light bulb because I don't have the sentiment laying on it. And I'm trying to decide what I'm going to do with the sentiment. I think I'll just put it along the bottom. I also thought about putting it on the inside of the card and not having it down here, but ultimately I landed here. And I'm just fidgeting with it, trying to get it how I want it and lined up and put on there. And I wind up putting it on the bottom like that. And then I'm still looking at it, giving it another shake. And I've got, as I'm looking at it, I don't like in the part that it screws into the bulb down there that it's not lined up well. So I've got those shaker bits in there, and I ultimately wind up covering it up. So anyway, it was interesting, but this is where I landed, and I'm finishing up here. I will show you a picture of that second card that I made that I wasn't able to make a video of right here. So thanks for watching. Have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.